Hello my friends, and welcome to episode 51 of Let's Play Cities, Skylines, Trinity. Now, in this episode, we are going to be building some roads and, very importantly, we're going to be building a railroad depot. Now, I wanted to put some highways sort of in the southeast corner of the map for better industry, and I wanted to make a tunnel through the mountain. And I wanted to put a rail depot because I've been meaning to have one for a while, but as you'll find out in the video, it causes some interesting effects. So let's jump right in and let's see what happens. Alright, well, if you look here, this is where our highway is going to start. And, well, you can tell that when I originally made this, I was intending to make a bridge over the valley here, over to this hill over here. But I've come to think that it would actually be better if this highway also went down into the valley, much like the turnpike does. So the idea is to get this highway down here, across here, and eventually over to intersect with this major highway in this general area. So that's the goal. And also, I want a tunnel to go through here to connect over here where we are going to have a rail depot, as well as connections to this highway and beyond. So, a lot to do. So first things first, let's work on this area. Well, there it is. There is our project finished. So let's hit the play button and let's see what happens. Yeah, there's a lot of industrial capability down here. A lot of oil zones, some ore zones around here. The one thing I am concerned about, though, is the idea that people here are going to have trouble getting to the cargo facility over here. Like they're going to cut through other areas, but I don't know. We'll cross that bridge when we get to it, I suppose. But yeah, let's hook up the power here and the water. And I don't know how many people are going to be using the train depot. It's usually less than the cargo harbor, but it could be significant. And also, sometimes a stupid amount of trains spawns. So if that happens, that's going to cause like all these crossings here to become a problem. So we're just going to hope that doesn't happen, because that's a pretty serious fix if we have to do that. But look at that. People are actually using our thing here. Yes, and there's not a direct connection from here to there, but I think that's not a big deal. Yeah, they're gonna have to cross over. I could possibly make a connection here. In fact, I think it would be a little bit silly not to. Could cause a little bit of problems in the future, but I don't think it should be anything too severe. But yeah, there we go. Pretty good. Alright, well, let's check on that train station. It's probably got a little bit of traffic now. Shouldn't be too bad. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Holy crap. That is absolutely insane. Wow. This might be the busiest cargo terminal I've ever seen. In fact, yeah, it's much busier than our than our harbor. In fact, I think there's even less cars at our harbor than before. So what we're gonna have to do is we're gonna solve this problem, because yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot. It's backing up all the way onto this highway, all the way into the wrong lane. So and also there's like almost what looks like a trail of ants of this big convoy that just goes all the way out here, and I suppose gets on the highway here or there or other places. So yeah, and also there's a big traffic jam here too, so we have problems right now, you could say. Well, my idea for a solution to this problem is I like to, it would be tempting to say let's just close down this train harbor and pretend all this never happened, but I like to fix problems by addition, not subtraction, if that makes sense. So what I want to do is I want to add more options for people to use, and I'm thinking one such place might be up here. Imagine a cargo terminal which connects up to this highway here. I think we can do that, and there's also a project I wanted to do which is related to that, which is a highway that connects that pretty much connects to the highway, big highway here, and goes off in that direction. So I'm thinking, why not connect these two projects? Why not do them together a little bit? I think that's the way to get things done. So let's give it a try. Okay, so here we go. This is our attempt here. We of course do need to connect it to power and water, but I'll briefly explain here what I've done as soon as I put in this stupid power line, which has to be a long and annoying one, of course. But yeah, basically to get to this, which is both a rail and freight terminal, a person has to, how do you have trash already? Anyway, a person has to get off here or off here, get all the way up here, get on this ramp like this guy, our first passenger, is doing, and then get on. And then once you're on here, you come here and you have options. You can go this way, where you can go both ways on this highway, or you can continue along here, where you can eventually get to this highway. Of course, this isn't going to be the permanent thing, but oh look, we have a garbage truck hero. But yeah, this whole experiment resulted in a absolute crap ton of ramps. They just sort of seem to bloom across the landscape, but hopefully this will alleviate some of the traffic in our other, our poor overworked train depot over here. My sincerest hope is that the amount of traffic over here decreases. And also, gotta keep an eye on how many trains are using these tracks right now. It's not that bad, but it could get a lot worse. So we just have to be aware of that. But we're gonna skip forward in time to see how this goes. Well, we've gone some time into the future, and as we can see, this new cargo hub is very busy, both with ships and with trains. So the real question is, has this at all alleviated traffic back in the old train hub? And the answer is no. In fact, it seems busier than ever, and this little line of crawling ants is still continuing, although I think we can do things about all these things. Yeah, the Dave Matthews song, Marching Ants, comes to mind when I see this. But what I think we're going to do is we're going to make a section that just sort of bypasses all of this, and also we'll try to make improvements to get people over to here faster. And also, we have a bit of a thing over here, so we have issues. So let's see what we can do. Alright, we're gonna test this to see it. If we go from here, let's see, yeah, we need a test building. Parks are good test buildings, right? Say we are going from this park to this building here. We're clearly going through the tunnel, but are we using the bypass? Yes, we are. Okay. Well, this is going to solve that problem at the very least. So now we know that anyone still on this road is going to the harbor. It's still atrocious, but we can think of this as one long ramp. Oh boy. But now it's time to tackle this. And that, as you might imagine, might not be as easy as what we just did, but I think it shouldn't be all that much harder either. So let's give it a whirl. Well, there we go. It's a little Super 2, as they call it, and once they realize it's here, using it should actually be far faster to get to most of these areas than just going on this thing. It might not be faster to get up here, but we'll do one thing at a time. It's also possible nobody will drive on it at all. But, of course, it takes a little bit for the game's pathfinding to keep up, or to catch up. So, can't worry too much about that. And even this seems to have calmed down. Seems to be going by in spurts, you could say. But yep, this is getting busier than ever. Well, as it turns out, this route is being used. It's being used by a lot of people too. It is kind of funny that this elevated road and this elevated train cross at grade. But fortunately, you know, this train doesn't go that frequently, so it doesn't create that huge backups. And plus, it's a nice little speed bump that slows people down and doesn't clog things up too badly. But as you can see, almost everyone who uses this ramp or this facility now is coming over here. So that's good news, and they're getting on the highway over here. Not just that, but I went and checked, and it's actually the fastest way to even go north on this highway is for them to use this and then use this ramp to go north rather than make their way all the way through. In fact, hardly anyone is anymore. They're almost all using this route. So I have to say that this has been a complete success. Well, that was that, and it seems like our transportation problems have been solved for the most part. Now, going forward, let's talk about what is going to be coming up next. Now, I did have suggested to me by a viewer not that long ago that we create a kind of a Levittown kind of area on the map, and I actually like that idea a lot, and it makes a lot of sense, especially now that our residential demand has grown so high. So I think that next time we are going to be setting up for that, because there are still a few more rail networks that I want to create, many of which do run through the area that I want to be the future site of our Levittown. But I'm very eager to do that. I'm very happy to see the city grow again, and that's going to be a great fun. So that will be on episode 52. So I hope that you are excited, and I'll see you guys later.